So my life before going to school was a lot of different schools and then a lot of different universities as well. And what I realized as I moved around, that I realized this is actually a common experience, that this is what, if you want to take one thing that kids around the world know, they know about going to school. So through that you could introduce new worlds, and you can begin to explain that there are different ways of going to school, there are different ways of learning, there are different people from different communities, but we're all joined in the same belief that school can transform our lives. I think that the world is changing really, really fast, and we don't know the kinds of skills that you're going to need even in the next 5 years. So it is important to learn skills that are movable, skills that help you become who you want to be, wherever you might live, and skills that help you work in teams, that solve problems, to become entrepreneurs. But being an entrepreneur 5 years from now, we're not sure exactly what that would mean. But these kind of skills, yes, movable, inspiring skills that help you become who you want to be, I definitely think children should be learning that, not just in India, but everywhere around the world. There's space to start a business. There's a chance to do something new because it hasn't already been done, versus moving to a city where young people think that all the opportunities are available for them. And yet the first challenge you have as an entrepreneur is space. Where do you rent your space to set up your business? How do you create something that's different? So there's massive opportunities for a young person in rural India, and I think exposing young people to stories about skills and possibility and enables them to envision something that hasn't been done yet. I think where it all began was that the challenge of talking to children or young people about who is an entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur is, I mean, that's a really kind of crazy word, it's difficult. And so when we were looking at that in Hindi and regional languages, there really wasn't a word that young people understood in terms of being an entrepreneur. There was a business person who makes money, and there's a social worker who solves problems but doesn't make money. So the first challenge was, who are we talking about? And when we say an entrepreneur, and people have joked with me that that's not even a word in English, that's originally from the French. So, you know, it's a complicated word. So for us, it became, rather than defining an entrepreneur and then defining a social entrepreneur, it was saying, why don't we just skip to the finish line and say that an entrepreneur is someone that solves a problem. There's someone and a problem is a great way for saying that there's a gap. There is something that is not connecting, that is not quite working out, that then explains to young people and says that problem becomes an opportunity.